Bro, Alex, you motherfucker. You can't eat 10 jalapeno poppers when you're not the person that's gonna have to deal with it later, bro.
This is the A System. The A System is a TikToker who claims to have dissociative identity disorder. According to the A System's TikTok page, they are gender fluid and just trying to live a happy life with dissociative identity disorder. As a lot of my subscribers know, I am bipolar type 1, so I feel that mental health is a major thing that we need to take serious and not make light of. In the past, I have called out creators that I believe to be faking mental illness, such as the Pillow Fort system.
Hey, what are your pronouns? Oh, I'm French. I got you. Zizim.
If you have seen this person pop up on your TikTok and want to find out more information about her, you can check my video out, or you can check out the video that Ablaze just did on her. Before we get into this, I want to share with you that I was warned that I will be attacked for making this video, and here's what I have to say to anyone willing to attack me over exposing people and telling the truth. The truth doesn't run. The truth doesn't hide, and anything that you do in the dark will be exposed. Also, I'm not really worried about a bunch of little kids who are LARPing as has-been hotel characters.
So we have dissociative identity disorder, formerly known as multiple personality disorder. And we do not believe like in a core alter, but we have a core 5. It's me, Chris. There is Angel, who's been around since 4 or 5 or 6 years old. Art has been around since the very, very beginning. Alex is one of the originals in the system, and Aurora, who is represented here by our old hedgehog Boomy. The 5 of us have been around since very early childhood, and when people talk about who was the first, we don't know, because we all have memories from that time.
So here you can see they claim that they have multiple personalities living inside of one of them, known as the system. At this point, you might be wondering, James, what in the world is a system? A system is the entire collection of alters within one body, also known as a household, collective, clan, or crew. To fully understand the severity of dissociative identity disorder, you have to understand where it comes from. DID, previously known as MPD, is a complex psychological condition caused by many things. These things include severe trauma during early childhood. And when I say severe trauma, I don't mean not getting your favorite snack as a child. I mean serious physical trauma and violence. Now that we've got some foundation laid, it's time to find out exactly where the A System got his or their diagnosis of dissociative identity disorder.
Did your therapist from BetterHelp diagnose you? Yes. And I'm gonna clip me telling that story just to get it out there. She's a state expert witness on DID, a specialist in DID, who picked up BetterHelp to pick up clients at the beginning of COVID. We picked up BetterHelp at the beginning of COVID and just happened to link.
So in their own words, they found a therapist that made this diagnosis through the company BetterHelp. The same BetterHelp that has had its own fair share of controversies. One of the biggest controversies surrounding BetterHelp is its handling of user data. In 2018, the company came under fire when it was revealed that BetterHelp was sharing user data with third parties such as Facebook without explicit consent. Now, I would imagine the people that are using BetterHelp that had their information shared are people that are not in the right state of mind. They are mentally vulnerable. That would be my assumption. Not only did BetterHelp share user data, it also faced scrutiny over allegations of deceptive pricing, poor service quality, and inconsistent terms of service related to promotions by social media influencers. Hold on, we're not done. Specifically, BetterHelp provided anonymized metadata to partners for targeted advertising purposes, including sensitive information like users' age, location, and health information. This was done despite BetterHelp's privacy policy stating that user information would remain private and confidential. Now, personally, I don't trust BetterHelp, and a lot of people don't either.
Oh yeah, BetterHelp is fraud. They used a bait and switch technique to dupe people into seeing unqualified therapists. They lied about being HIPAA compliant, which means that they weren't actually regulated to protect private information, and sold data. And don't even get me started on the damage that unqualified therapists do to those in vulnerable populations. Individuals who are queer, trans, racialized, or neurodivergent folks, anyone marginalized in society already suffers disproportionately because of systemic oppression. So when they go to see therapists who aren't trained to be culturally competent, who do not have the appropriate understanding to be able to be effective with those groups, then they leave feeling gaslit, not getting what they need, and ending up being more harmed than helped. As therapists, we go through years of training, supervision, mentorship, and consultation, and continued education throughout our professional careers, just to stay on top of practices for understanding diverse human experiences.
So I don't trust BetterHelp. Dr. Liz doesn't trust BetterHelp, yet we're supposed to trust somebody that got an extremely rare diagnosis from a therapist that they met on BetterHelp. To give you some context as to how rare dissociative identity disorder actually is, dissociative identity disorder is a rare psychiatric disorder diagnosed in about 1.5% of the global population. Now that we've laid a little bit more foundation, let's take a look at their actual content.
What up? It's Asher. The best altar. I'm turning this down a little bit because we're kind of white it out a little bit. You gonna change for me or not? Ah! Oh no! Oh, I fucked up. I'm gonna get a towel for the very expensive computer. You're an idiot. All right, hold on, everybody. 1 second. Did you break it? We are rapid switching horribly. We've switched probably 100 times today at least.
So I have chosen to use this clip for a reason, mainly because it's full of disinformation. Not misinformation, but disinformation. Nearly all people that suffer with DID suffer from inter-identity amnesia. According to the DSM-5, the presence of amnesia regarding everyday events, personal information, or traumatic experiences that are not consistent with ordinary forgetfulness is a criterion for DID diagnosis. This implies that some form of amnesia, including inter-identity amnesia, is expected in most cases. A study shows that 97% of individuals with DID reported amnesia for events that occurred when another alter was in control. Now that we have some more foundation laid, I have spoken with people, and I am working on this video with people that have a confirmed diagnosis of DID. To keep it simple, what happens in this altered state between the switches is one part of the brain shuts off and another one fires up. So the study shows that in 97% of the cases, the memories of that alter are compartmentalized with that alter and does not transfer to the new alter taking over in the situation. So with all of that information, I will pose a question. When the A system spilled his water on the laptop and he switched from one alter to the other, how is it that the alter seamlessly picked up on what was going on?
Very expensive computer. You're an idiot. All right, hold on, everybody. 1 second. Did you break it? We are rapid switching horribly. We've switched probably 100 times today at least.
So without a hitch in the system, out goes Asher, in comes Alex to remedy the situation that Asher caused. No compartmentalization, no memory loss. He just snapped his fingers and knew what needed to be done. And maybe you're thinking, hey, James, could he not just be in the 3% of people that don't deal with this? I would say yes, absolutely, potentially. However,
Do you as gatekeeper not have amnesic barriers? Oh, what was I talking about? Why'd I switch out?
So it's very convenient that you switch and have your memories in certain scenarios and then switch and completely forget everything that just happened. It's almost like when you tell so many lies, it's really hard to keep up with, isn't it? So I'm going to harken back to earlier in the video where I explained that these alters form from significant, serious, violent traumas such as CSA. Triggers happen to everybody, and like most people, a smell can lead you back to a time when your mom was baking cookies, or maybe she was making spaghetti for dinner. Now, for people with DID, these triggers are very, very different, as they lead back to a time where a child, typically between the ages of 6 and 9, are being violently assaulted. Let's check out some of the A systems triggers.
Hey everybody, it's Asher. The best alter. And about 5 minutes ago, we started rapid switching, so we're gonna make a switch log. It is 10:56 right now. Hi everybody, it's Art. It's 10:58. I got triggered out by a blueberry pie. We are very trigger sensitive right now.
So for 37 seconds, I watched you not remember who you were in a live stream and you had no idea what was going on. Now, within the span of 2 minutes, you want me to believe that you were triggered, switched, remember that you were making a video and stopped to record it. Not to mention the trigger was a blueberry pie? A blueberry pie. Bro, who hurt you as a child? Was it the Pillsbury Doughboy? But let me guess, me saying something mean is insensitive. What about faking a disorder where children get violently assaulted so hard that their brain breaks into fragments so that they can cope with the trauma? You're right, my bad, we'll let that one slide.
Hey everybody, it's Chris, and it is 11 a.m. and I got triggered out because I'm supposed to put out a video. I think that's why I got triggered out. I don't know usually why I get triggered out. The others know a lot about their triggers, I don't.
So 2 minutes later, at 11 as opposed to 10:58, you get triggered out. Now you know what's going on, so you make the video. The video is the trigger. Who hurt you as a child? Hollywood? Actually, that one's plausible.
It's Chris, it's 11:26, and I guess we're cleaning the cat box. It's Asher, it's 11:26.
So it's 11:26 for Chris. It's also 11:26 for Asher, and there's no downtime? What?
I think Chris is trying to do the litter box, but I'm not sure. Dishes need done, so I'm gonna do those. I know we're supposed to film right now, but we're losing track of what each other's doing. That's not good. And help. Hey everybody, it's Art. I got triggered out because this is happening and I love thunderstorms. What I'm going to do actually is put on some music, because maybe that'll help us stay grounded. It's 11:28. Hey, it's Asher. It's 11:29.
Again, another minute goes by and another switch. No downtime, no recollection, no fuzzy, foggy brain going on, no increased blood pressure, no headaches, no nausea, nothing. Perfectly fine, just knocking tasks out left and right, left and right. Because what this person is not displaying is the side effects of switching with DID. Because in my opinion, what this person is showing is a horrible lesson in acting. Now, moving on to a topic, the personal attacks that are about to come from me releasing this video. I know they're going to come because I've seen it happen to other people. This is Ablaze. He is a YouTuber that often covers these grifters of TikTok, the same ill-reputable people that I cover as well. Now, Ablaze was attacked by this community of people that I am currently calling out. These people launched a coordinated attack to strike his channel, and I do say it was an attack because Ablaze is a YouTuber full-time. This is his livelihood, and they tried to take that away from him. As a YouTube creator, you are allowed 3 strikes, and after that 3rd strike, your channel is terminated. And as somebody that doesn't rely on YouTube to pay my bills, though it would be fucking great if it did, I, unlike Ablaze, have a little bit more ability to tell these people to kiss my ass. I do want to play a little bit of his video so he can explain what happened to him, so you guys might understand what could potentially happen to me.
A few weeks ago, I had a few copyright strikes put onto my channel by probably the most hatred community known to mankind, the fake DID community. And believe me, I waited to make this video. I'm not actually feeling too well at the moment, but generally this video needs to be made because I'm just so pissed off with this and honestly had enough. The whole community as themselves are just horrible people. You know, they bully anyone that doesn't agree with them. They just bully, and they feel like they can push people around that disagree with them, and they can do this type of thing without any consequences whatsoever, Well, a few weeks ago on my channel, I actually received a few copyright strikes. I got one about a video, which by the way, I want to talk about this because the video that I did was the whole DID meetup video. The video was about 35 minutes long and they copyright striked about, 40 seconds.
So a 40-second clip that he used, that he transformed, that falls under the protection of the Fair Use Act almost costed him his job, really. And if you're not aware, because you're not a YouTube content creator, when dealing with a copyright claim or a copyright strike, you have to give valid credentials of who you are. In some cases, that's your first and last legal name. In other cases, that's your street address. And I can see very well how content creators can be bullied by the hate mob not wanting to give up personal details and doxing themselves. However, I am not most content creators, and I live in a state that provides castle doctrine laws as well as stand your ground. I'm also chambered in 223 with a 30-shot magazine, so pull up. And if the FBI is watching this video, then I lost all my firearms in a boating accident where we were attacked by a hippo. Well, I thought it was a hippo, but it was actually the streamer Queso. Wild story. It happens.
In which what they copyrighted was them basically making a TikTok as they reacted to something, but I'm not allowed to have my own opinion about something, so they copyright striked me because they didn't agree with what I said. And the way they worded it on YouTube for the copyright system, they claimed it was a call out. That's not a fucking claim on a video. That is, now in the video that I said that I reacted to, they were reacting to another video and another person anyway, so it doesn't make any sense to begin with. But I received that one, and I'm going to say their names because I think these are just terrible people, and I want to talk about where I want to go from here in dealing with this, because honestly, I feel like misusing the copyright system is a big deal. 8 years I've grown this channel, and I had 2 strikes. And the fact that I had to then sit there for 2 weeks wondering if my whole channel that I've been working on for 8 years was just going to disappear like that was horrible. That was not a good feeling. Also, income was affected massively. This is my job at the end of the day, something that I'm very passionate about and something that I've worked very hard to obtain. The first person that did this goes by Entropy on TikTok. She claimed the first video, gave me my first strike. And then, funnily enough, what would you know, a day later, I received 2 copyright strikes, but because they were done at the same time, it counts as 1, which kind of shows me that they must have been talking and tried to do this as a planned attack to take down my channel, all because you didn't agree with what I said. People have made videos on me in the past, used lots of my content. Dude, I don't care. You can use as much of my content as you want. As long as you're adding to it, which is exactly what I did, I don't particularly care that much. I'm not going to try and take you down.
So even though I've played a long section of his video right here, I still fall under the Fair Use Act when it comes to dealing with copyright, which is what Ablaze fell under too. And to be honest, there is an unwritten rule between content creators, especially here on YouTube. You don't strike somebody's content unless they're directly ripping it off. It's great to reach out to another content creator and say, hey, can I use part of your video in my video? I thought you brought up a good point, or I don't think you had a good point here and I want to talk about it. Great. However, you don't legally have to do that. So Ablaze, if you see this, hopefully you know where I'm coming from and you don't claim this video. We do have a mutual friend with DID, and I really would love to reach out and talk to you, so please feel free to let me know where I can and I will provide my details. He even talks about how if this person would have reached out and said, hey, I don't want to be in your video, can you please remove it? He probably would have, as he did it in the past.
I wouldn't have even minded if these people came to me and said they didn't like the part of the video and could I please take it out. I've had that in the past. It's not like I'm not reasonable. I've taken out stuff in the past for people that have asked nicely, but the fact that they just went and tried to take down my whole channel because, well, you didn't agree with the things I said is just absolutely ridiculous.
You see, there's an old saying that says you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar, and that stands true because most of the time when you make a reasonable request out of somebody, they will follow up with a reasonable answer. However, there are times and situations where reasonable men must do unreasonable things. I drive a motherfucking army tank. I've never laid metal vocals before, so let me know how I did. Probably not good. Probably not good. It's a lot harder than it looks. I love you, Ronnie Radke. And then he goes on to tell about how this affected him emotionally, and he then follows up by saying how this turned him away from wanting to do this type of content at all.
And to be quite honest, I was actually looking at maybe even easing off this type of content because I've done it so much, you know. I feel like I've made all my points. I feel like I don't really need to make many more videos like this. But honestly, after seeing something like this, it makes me kind of just want to dedicate my channel now to this type of stuff. I know some people will probably be happy to hear that, but these two people are horrible people, especially one of them. Like the video in which the first girl, she, you know, took down that video and copyright striked it because she didn't agree with something I said. She's reacting to someone that actually has DID.
And I want to say at this point, he's talking about a mutual friend of ours, and yes, she has it. I've seen her paperwork, I've seen her doctor's notes, I've seen therapy sessions that are nothing like what these people show. This isn't a multiverse fan fiction where when things get boring, you just create a new character in your head that you can role play as. This is a serious traumatic thing that people have went through in early childhood. The stories that she has told me with proof are disgusting, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone, and I wouldn't blame AI taking over the world and just eradicating human beings for the way people treat each other.
This whole community seems to be with one another and tries to be so strong and so supportive and stuff until somebody in the community that actually has something goes against them, and then they turn on them. And I don't understand. Talk to them, see where they're coming from. Maybe they might open your eyes and give you a different point of view or something. It just frustrates me because they want people like me to be open-minded, but they are the most closed-minded people ever. And not only that, but actually vicious about it.
Ablaze is absolutely right to call out the hypocrisy because they expect you to believe what they believe and think what they think, and the second that you offer up a differing opinion, they turn it on you and attack you for it. Well, it's a good thing everyone on my channel already knows that I am a closed-minded you-know-what, so the only opinion that oh man, my eyes are itchy right now. God, that's so weird. Yeah, that's my opinion, I guess, you know, weird itchy eyes. And just in case these people can't read between the lines, my opinion is fuck you. And I am 1000% sure that they're going to attack me just like they attacked Ablaze, but not only did they attack two YouTubers, they attacked a hospital for calling them out. And of course I can't show you that video because they had it taken down. However, I can at least show you a Reddit post of someone describing exactly what happened. The TikTok DID community is in an uproar over new research video discussing genuine DID versus imitated DID by a doctor at the McLean Hospital. The video is fascinating, and the doctor uses specific clips from TikTok as examples of people showing symptoms that do not show up when treating clients with genuine DID. McLean Hospital was known as one of the best hospitals for psychiatry in 2022 to 2023. Dr. Robinson is an instructor in psychology in the Department of Psychiatry at Harvard Medical School. He is the director of the outpatient trauma clinic at McLean Hospital, and he has an extensive history working with trauma, including pre- and post-doctorates at VAs. He also specializes in DID research and treatment. So basically, the guy that made the video is extremely, if not overqualified, to speak on this subject. And not only did they attack the video that they made, they also attacked him personally. Unfortunately, the video was removed from YouTube due to the DID TikTok community harassing and review bombing not just the YouTube video, but the doctor and McLean Hospital as well. Here is a video from one of the people featured in the doctor's video. They gave themselves a customized cake to celebrate their DID diagnosis. This person in particular has started a massive harassing campaign towards the doctor and the hospital on Twitter and TikTok. Now, I'm not going to link the creator that this person has linked, as I don't want to give them the clout that they don't deserve. However, Ablaze, if you're out there and you've seen this and maybe you've made it to this point, if you want to work together and collaborate on a video exposing this person, I will be more than happy to. However, I'm not going faceless, as I want these bitches to look me in the eyes. This just in, I was informed that the video of the McLean Hospital contradicting all of these DID fakers is not completely gone. You can find it over on Michelle Manna's channel. In a sense, I am also connected to Michelle through this mutual friend, yet we have never spoken. However, Michelle has went and stayed with her for about 6 days and interviewed her as well. So for legal purposes, these are not claims. These are just my thoughts and opinions that I've collected over the past couple of weeks and laid out in the form of a video. So to the A system, welcome to the fucking petting zoo.